Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel for a brand new video on WRC 8. I know you've been waiting for this video for quite a long time, so it's here. WRC 8 is back and we're back on career mode, obviously, not a gameplay video. You've been asking for career mode for quite a while and you've been asking for longer videos, and I was like, okay, chill guys, I got started to do. I can't really post daily WRC 8 videos. I wish I could do that, but unfortunately I can't because my schedule is just pretty packed up and I don't really have a lot of time to record, edit, you know, just dedicate time on YouTube in general. But we're here on WRC 8 career mode. We're going to be doing some training, we're going to be doing some historic races, and after that we're going to be competing in the Italian rally. So yeah, just a pretty packed up episode this one. Starting off with the training. I just want to do a little bit of training. You know, I haven't showed you a lot of the training sessions on this game. I've only showed you one training session on this game. So this is another one, a harder, I should say, sort of stage, I should call it. As you can see, we achieved the bronze time of 32.1. We had to improve around 5/10 to get into the silver zones, which we actually did, and I was very surprised to actually make it because I never do well on those training sessions. From the first time that I tried them out, I just wasn't good at them. As you can see here, we're going to be getting a 31.1 and it's going to be a silver one, and surprisingly enough for all of you, we're also going to be getting the golden result around this final quarter. You're going to see that coming up. It's going to be a 30.690, so it was only 10 thousandths faster than the gold award, pretty much. So I just retired from the session, gained some XP, and just went on and left the training with a golden medal. But we were here for the historic race. We're going to be driving the Volkswagen Polo, which actually won, I think, 4 championships. Like, by the time it got into the World Rally Championship, it actually won all the championships it competed in. So it's a legendary car in all means. A lot of people actually don't like it because it completely dominated the field and made WRC pretty boring. It's like the Mercedes. When the Mercedes dominated, Formula 1 got a little bit boring. When Volkswagen dominated, it became a little bit boring because Volkswagen and Austria were like the perfect partnership, and they also had Latvala, which was such a experienced driver, and he was almost always on the podium and fighting for wins. And they also had Mikkelsen, which was a pretty young talented driver who also helped out Volkswagen to win the constructors. But now Volkswagen is out of WRC and we're having a fair fight between Toyota, Hyundai, Citroën and Ford. Even though Ford has been a little bit out of form this season, I feel like the injury of Elfyn Evans and also the underperformance of Team Sunin haven't helped Ford to achieve what they wanted for this season. But I feel like next season is going to be much better for Ford. But at the moment, Ott Tanak is probably the driver to watch because he's just fast and experienced, and he rarely makes mistakes. But Tanak has left Toyota. He's now in Hyundai, so we gotta see how that one works for Tanak. And yeah, when you change teams in WRC, it ain't easy. It ain't easy to make it work. But it's WRC, it's Tanak. You're never gonna know what to expect from next season, so it's gonna be very interesting to see what happens next season. But as for this stage, I'm actually really enjoying how the car drives. It feels like the WRC cars feels like it's been walked out properly, and we get our first green sector. The German stage is actually very durable. They're so wide, and at times they're very narrow, but narrow and very fast. So you gotta be pretty much on the limit, like this part right here. You can see how narrow this is, but you have to be pretty fast. Look at that, very narrow through there.
Right 5, keep into flat left, 200, bumping. Caution, hard brake for square left, small cut, 200.
And around the final left-hander, we just about gonna make a mistake here. I turned in a little bit too earlier. Is that gonna cost us victory here on the historic race? I hope so. I hope not. Right-hander. The backhand went off there. and we're going to be ending on a 4.9.8, and it's going to be a victory only by 3.3 seconds. Very close. I made that silly mistake on the final corner, and I was like, okay, this could be, we might actually lose out there. About the car, feels great. Talking about this historic car, better than the Lancia, but the engine sound didn't really make me feel like great. You know, I wasn't really impressed by the engine sound. I feel like WRC 2.0 is winning on that model, and I've told that on some previous videos. I feel like the engine sounds on WRC 2.0 are much better, considering they have the Group B, and the Group B sounds amazing on that game. Every single car sounds amazing pretty much in WRC 2.0. If WRC can improve the sound, the engine sounds, then I'll be very, very happy. But here we are in Italy, in the Italian rally pretty much. I feel like, did we win the previous rally? I'm not really sure. I feel like we won the rally in Sal. It was a very tight win, considering we had a full field and we actually won. But here we are in Italy for another one. I feel like on this, if I'm correct, on this rally, the real competitor is going to be Rovanperä, who actually competes in this rally. Finally, Rovanperä is actually competing in one rally. But this is the first stage of the rally. Let's see how well we can do. I haven't driven on those stages in this game. Like, I feel like I've never tried these stages before on WRC 8, but obviously I might actually remember them from WRC 7 if they are not changed.
Right 4 short. And caution, big jump into flat right. Keep into left 1, tightens. Into left 4 and right 4. Keep middle over crest. And left 4 tightens 3 into right 5 short. And left 6 tightens 4 bumpy. Right 4 tightens into left 4.
And that's going to be a slight mistake, as we actually got 2 red sectors and 1 green sector. That mistake is going to cost us some time. And another green sector. This could be a victory here. You never actually know. And no, we're gonna actually run wide, and we're gonna get a penalty. Why did I get this penalty? I broke way too late. I broke way too late there. And it was actually on the last meters of the stage. This is so frustrating. On the final meters of the stage, we're gonna be making such a mistake. 9-second penalty. I can't believe this. I honestly can't believe this. A 10.9 second gap. Look at that. Remove the 9-second penalty. It would have been around. I could have actually won this stage. It was very close between me and Rovanperä, but now we actually ended up third. That final mistake. Why did I actually go so? I tried to gain as much time as I could to try and win this first stage, but unfortunately it didn't work out for me, and we're gonna be losing out on this one. Second stage seems like a very technical stage. Let's see how well we can do. I've never driven around this stage, if I'm correct. I don't remember actually this stage. I don't really remember it, but it seems pretty interesting for a short stage.
Into left 3 short. And acute hairpin left, don't cut. And hairpin right, don't cut, bail out.
It's actually a 1v1 event, as you can hear another engine on my left hand side right now. On my right hand side, something like that.
Caution, right 3 into acute hairpin right, bail in. Into left 1.
There you go, I saw that car. Oh, slightly. Way too early there. Very technical though, I actually really like this stage so far.
And left 1 short, don't cut. And hairpin right, don't cut.
It's been quite good so far, 3 perfect sectors. But you know, the gaps might actually be very small, slightly run wide there. We've got a few hairpins here. Pretty good line through there. The last hairpin now. Around here now, onto this left hander is going to be the end of this stage. crossed the finish line, 158.5. Let's see if that's gonna get us first position. It actually isn't. I told you the gaps were pretty small. I was actually faster in the first 3 sectors, but the gaps were very small. So also the connection has been pretty bad today, but that is actually gonna increase the gap from the Polish guy to 9/10 now, and the gap from Robin Perry is down to 9.9 seconds. Still, it's not really good considering we only got 2 stages remaining. The 9-second gap, I'm not saying it's impossible to win. You can actually gain 9 or 15 seconds in one stage, but in reality it's not really possible to go on and do that. Well, I'm just gonna repair the car, get ready for the next stage, and unfortunately the penultimate stage had to be a rainy stage, and I'm not really doing well on rain on this game. Actually, rainy conditions are very hard, and that's something I actually really like about this game, the challenge with the dynamic weather, because you might actually do very well on dry conditions, but oh my god, I'm already doing bad. The next half of the stage could actually be rainy, and then you could actually mess it up, and you might actually lose the stage, you know. That's why the dynamic weather, in my opinion, is one of the best features on this game. I was planning to make a video on the dynamic weather, never made it actually, because I actually had no time. I use the water actually quite a lot. I'm gonna be actually recording a video on Cardcraft. I bought the game, I tested it a little bit. It's flipping amazing. The graphics are impressive, and the engine sounds of the cars are very realistic. So it's also a simulation, so I could go on and jump on this game and make a video. As we make a huge mistake here, it's gonna cost us time. I mean, I was already bad on the second sector. What can you expect from me? Can't really do well at the moment. Another bad sector, the third one. I start off the stages very well. The first sector is green, and then all of a sudden I just drop off badly. I don't know. It's the mistakes that happen, my confidence not being so high after a few sectors, a huge jump there, and that's gonna... I completely lost the control of the car there. Another bad sector. As we're on to the final one now.
Left 3 short, 40. Right 3, don't cut. And left 5, 70. Left 3, very low over crest, tightened. And right 3, long into finish.
On to the last right-hander now, and we're going to be heading with a 250.3. Might not be that bad actually. It's not really that bad. It's not really that bad. It's 4.6 seconds. Considering we made one huge mistake, could have been 2 seconds off first position. We're not really that slower from Robin Perra. Like, Robin Perra is good and all, but considering we made that mistake on the first stage, we could have been ahead of him. Second stage I beat him, and third stage here is probably the first time that he actually beat me straight up, like a 4-second gap. Even without the mistake, I would have been slower than him. But on to the final stage, we're now second in the overall standing, so the podium is secured. We're now on a fight for second position against the Polish guy, which I feel like we're gonna be making it and complete the rally, finish the rally on second position. I know it's pretty tough to beat Robin Perra, but you never know. Robin Perra could retire from the final stage, and all of a sudden we're gonna be the winners here in Italy. I highly doubt it, but you just never know.
And right 3 into left 5 long, 50. Caution, brake, square left, small cut, 50.
The brakes are not working, and I was good. I had a green sector, and the brakes just don't work on rain. I have to be much slower, and I've seen that on... not on the comments, I've seen some people suggesting when you're driving on rain on this game, go slower into the brakes. I just can't do that. I always forget about braking earlier on rain. It's probably the reason I'm gonna actually lose this rally.
Into right 5, very long, tightens 4.
The paddle movement here was crazy. When I went onto that paddle, the car just moves left and right like crazy. I feel like there's a perk which you can upgrade with resource points, about the paddle movement of the car. So next upgrade we're going to be making this one, the paddle movement, paddle rotation, something like that.
Open 30. Left 5. And left 4 short into right 3. Very long. Into left 5 short. 3 in. Into right 5. 50. Into left 3 long open. 200. Bumping. Left 5, brake into right 3, short, very narrow. Into flat left and right 3.
I almost got lost there. I was like left and right. Together with the paddles rotating the car left and right. I was like, where am I going? This stage is pretty tough due to the paddles. I bet that sector is going to be red again. It is.
Into right 4, tightens into left 4, short, don't cut. Into right 2, open. Into flat left and right 5, don't cut. Into left 4, short. Into right 5, short into left 1, don't cut. And hairpin right into flat left, small cut. Into right 4 and left 3.
Final few corners. This stage has been pretty tough due to the paddles. It's also like a very slow technical stage, this one, and a pretty long one actually. This is not going to be a good stage. Red sectors are not bad. I'm just saying they're not bad. And as the stage now has gotten dry right on the final corners, not really helping me out. A 349.6, and that's what I was talking about. The red sectors are not really bad. You can see my gap from Rovanperä is only 6.2 seconds. So it was actually a good stage. Like the red sectors might have been like, as you can see right here, like 2, 3, 4 seconds slower than Rovanperä on each sector. So it's not that bad. We're actually going to end the rally in second position, 20 seconds ahead of the Polish guy and 20.9 seconds behind Rovanperä. The funny story about that, the biggest gap that Rovanperä has actually had for me was on the first stage where I was about to beat him. So that was down to the penalty. So the gap from me and Rovanperä, we were a little bit unlucky to lose out here. We were compromised by our mistakes from Rovanperä. So Rovanperä won this due to consistency. I made way too many mistakes to win this rally, but 18 points plus 4 points from the power stage is not that bad actually, and we're actually first now on the driver standings, 106 points. Osberg was second, and Rovanperä is weighted down, and the reason for that is because he hasn't competed in a lot of rallies, but as soon as he actually gets down, gets into action and competes into more rallies, he's probably going to be up there with me fighting for the championship. So it's going to be between me, Rovanperä, Osberg, and I feel like Greensmith is also going to be up there fighting for the championship. Before we actually end this video, I told you water paddles upgrade so that the car doesn't move too much when I go over a paddle. And we're also going to be upgrading the top forms. This increases the maximum form of the crew. So yeah, that's pretty much all about this episode. We paid our repair costs, we upgraded the crew, and you know, everything with the resource points we got. It was only 2 resource points, not too much, but I'm actually gonna try to post more videos on this career mode, because you seem to love this career mode and you actually support it way too much. Like I get around 100 views per video, and it's actually been blowing up my channel way too much. Thank you for the comments, thank you for the love, thank you for the likes, thank you for subscribing, everyone. Thank you for the immense support on a year which is going to be very tough for me due to my studies. But I've already told you, after June it's all going to be good, and I'm going to be back to YouTube very strongly. But expect a car craft video, a WRC 8 video, and a J Rally 2.0 video. Until then, that was it for today, guys. If you enjoyed, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, share this video with any of your friends that are looking for fresh racing content, and until the next video, guys, I'm gonna catch you later. Goodbye.